Facebook. It's so good to be here with you, lovelies. I'm Donna Hoffman. They call me the interior design advocate because I am the coachest with the mostest. I am here to coach design lovers, design aficionados like you, women working on your own home. And we are here to make sure that we are wiping out that unhappy room, that room that's driving you crazy, and we are here to empower you with strategies and systems to finally get the gorgeous results that maybe you've been struggling to try to get, or maybe you've been getting okay results, but you want amazing results. We know how to do that for you too. That's what our tribe does together. We have an amazing design community. We're sort of creating a movement, or we have created a movement, and it's wonderful to be here with you. Every Tuesday, we stop what we're doing here at our design studio. We have a luxury design company, and we stop what we're doing to come out here and talk to you on Instagram and on Facebook. I teach a lesson. We take some of your questions live as well, make announcements, and just kind of jam together. Design lovers that we are. I want to share some exciting news though with you. We were in Forbes. Yes, Instagram. You hear that? We were in Forbes, Forbes.com. A journalist saw what we were doing, loved what we were doing here at the Interior Design Advocate, and said, Donna, I've got to write an article on you. And she did. So on Facebook, we have put that link up if you missed it. Really, really cool stuff. And a little later, I'll be making some other fun announcements for you too. But what are we talking about today? And I'm sorry I had to miss you last week. We had a major tech meltdown. Those happen every once in a while, so it's good to be back. So today we're talking about how you can use your phone to speed, beautify, and enhance your home decor project, your results that you're getting, the beauty in your home. So what do I mean by that? Am I just going to talk to you about a bunch of apps? No. You can Google apps from here to forever. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how, as a wise design lover, as a wise designer, you can use your phone to speed the efficiency of your project. And when you do that, whether you're renovating your bathroom, your kitchen, moving to a new home, redoing your family room, redoing your bedroom, giving a facelift to your dining room, I'm going to show you how you can use your phone to speed your efficiencies. What do I mean by that? You have a walking little file folder in that phone of yours, but you're not using it. So here's what I'd love to encourage you to do. First thing I want you to do is photograph the room or rooms that you're working on. And when I say photograph it, and I can't pick up my phone to show you because my phone is how we're doing Instagram, but let's pretend that this is my phone. I want you to photograph your room, but not in this orientation. I want you to hold your phone landscape. And there are 8 views I want you to take of your room. 8 views. You are going to stand in the middle of the wall, stand in the center of the wall, and you're going to photograph directly, this is my phone, photograph directly opposite to get as much of the wall as well as ceiling and floor in. You're going to move clockwise around the room. You're going to do all 4 wall views. And if you're in a room that has no wall because it's an open concept, I don't care. Pretend there's a wall there, stand in the middle of it, and shoot across to that zone, okay? So those are 4 views, but then you're going to stand in every single corner and do the same thing. Stand in the corner, shoot across from you, getting the opposite corner, getting as much ceiling and floor as well, so it's not just a furniture shot, it's the room. And again, you're gonna move clockwise around the room and get all those shots, okay? You now have 8 shots. On your phone, you're going to open a new album and you're going to label it design project or dining room or whatever room it is you're working on, your kitchen, blah, blah, kitchen facelift. So you're going to have a folder on your phone that will have those pictures in it. Next, you're going to take pictures in close-up form of anything that's important in that room. The rug, the backsplash tile, the light fixture that you're trying to get lamps that will coordinate with. And all of the key pieces, color, fabrics, all of it. I want you to photograph it and stick it into that file. This way, when you are in Pier 1 saying, oh my gosh, I really love those chargers. I wonder how those would go with the dining room we're putting together. Well, open up your phone and look at your file. Or, oh my gosh, I'm here in Ethan Allen furniture store and I see a rug I like. I wonder how that will work with what I have in my living room. Well, you're going to open up your living room file and you're going to look at your sofa and your chairs and your artwork and everything in that space. You've got the 8 room views, so you can put yourself right back into that space. I'm getting a lot of hearts and happies on this one. And you're also going to have those close-ups. Guys, I do this as a professional designer for my clients. I make sure that I have things with me in my phone, okay? And if you're worried about, you know, should I leave something out? Are there too many pictures? Better to have too many than too little. It's on your phone, big whoop. So that's one thing you're going to do. The next thing you're going to do so that you have it with you when you're out there shopping is I'd like you to start a Dropbox on your project. And when you're doing your online shopping, and you're finding things, I don't know, you know, latest restoration hardware catalog came out, you got inspired and you went on there online and you saw some things that you liked for your outdoor area, or you looked at the Grandin Road catalog or Ballard and you started to see things that you liked. I want you to screenshot them, put them into a Dropbox file, and make sure that you have noted who the vendor is, you know, who the retailer is, what the item number is, and the size of the item that you're thinking of for this XYZ room. And again, in Dropbox, you're going to make specific files by room, and you're going to, let's say it'll be a dining room file, and you'll just say potential sideboards or potential blah, blah. So you can make as many files within that as you like. And then you're going to set up on your phone the ability to get into your Dropbox. So that is an app. I maybe fibbed a little bit when I said we weren't going to be talking about apps. But that's an app that is going to get you into the clouds so that you can just take a look in Dropbox. What did I see? Why? Well, this way when you're out shopping and you happen to be, I don't know, let's put you back in Pier 1 and you see some cute little ottomans and you think, I wonder if these are better than the ones I saw in Wayfair that I liked. You're going to take out your phone, you're going to go to your Dropbox, and you're going to see what you already put into your, making this up, your family room or great room file, where you had put in the little ottomans that you're thinking of adding. So you always have a visual reference. Why? Because as design lovers, very easy, as I think you know, to get excited about what you're doing. You're out in the store, everything looks great, or you're on vacation and all the art looks amazing. You're trying to remember what exactly did I have picked out that I thought I might be adding from Ballard, or what exactly did I have in the room now that, you know, maybe I'm not remembering that shade of green really well, or maybe I'm not remembering that gray really well. This way you have visual record of it. Really, really helpful. The last thing I'm going to tell you that will really help you on your phone, you've got a notes section on your phone. Make a list of things that you are looking for to add to your kitchen for your facelift, or to your daughter's room, or whatever it is you're working on. Have a little purchasing list, titled that purchasing list by type of room. And also, if you are adding things or replacing things, I want you to take out your tape measure, measure the thing that you are replacing so you know exactly how large, how long, how tall, how wide, how, yeah, tall, high, and wide is your club chair that you are replacing in your great room. Have that measurement there with you on your phone in your notes section. They're called room measurements - living room, so that when you are trying to replace out in the world a like item, swapping out items, you don't have to guess. I think this looks as big as my current set of club chairs. I think this looks as big as my current dining table. I think this is smaller than my current dining table. There's no I think in design. There's no I guess in gorgeous design, in the gorgeous rooms that you see on Pinterest, on House, on Instagram that you love. No guesswork. Designers know exactly what they need. It's like a shopping list. It's like a grocery list. You know, if you need a pound of broccoli for, you know, that broccoli salad you're making, right? Well, same thing in design. It's a very strategic, thought out path, okay? And you can use your phone to keep you organized. The worst waste of money in design is double purchasing, purchasing incorrectly, having to redouble your efforts. So frustrating, such a waste of effort, time, and money, and I don't want to see you guys do that. So those are just a couple of things that you can do to speed and beautify your process and just keep your stress nice and low. I want to see if I forgot to list anything that I jotted out that I wanted to tell you about. Think I have it there for you. Last thing I would tell you, this has nothing to do with your phone, stick a tape measure in your trunk. Just keep a tape measure. And I don't mean like a cute little girly tape measure with flowers. I mean the yellow professional, you know, the thing that the guy with the low slung pants is wearing. That's what I want you to have in your car so you can actually take a real measurement when you're out in the stores, okay? So I'm happy to open things up to your project questions if you'd like to ask me. And I want to tell you while I'm waiting for that, I want to tell you a couple of exciting things. Well, first, not so exciting, we had a Miss Facebook Live last week. So at the end of this Facebook Live, Steve, remind me, I am going to give you guys a choice about what we do next week. We can either pick up last week's topic or do the topic that we're going to do next week, and I'll give you a vote. You can do that. So we'll do that at the end of this live. And I want to tell you that the Design Diva Conference, I have a great update for you. So on the Design Diva Conference, we have a full, well, looky there, our high-tech, there, I'll take it. The Design Diva Conference. Thank you, Steve. Design Diva Conference. It's happening. It's happening in September on the 28th and 29th in Philadelphia. We just put the actual agenda up on the website. So if you go to the interiordesignadvocate.com, go to the events page, scroll down till it says download agenda, and you'll see the exact content that we're teaching. It is such an amazing event that we have planned for you for a day and a half. We're going to feed you like a design diva should be fed. We're going to feed your soul the way a design diva's soul should be fed. And I'm taking you on a complete journey, no matter where you are in design in your home, no matter where you are in design in your life. If you love design, this is going to be a conference that will be a game changer for beautifying your home and your life as a result. And you'll be just experiencing the wonderful community that we have here at the Interior Design Advocate. So check out the conference. Got great pricing available for you. The price will go up the middle of this month. The price will go up on the 16th of July. So you'll definitely want to scooch over and check that out. Okay, so I'm just going to see if there are any questions. If there are not questions, we'll wrap a little earlier. I'm getting all kinds of highs and hellos from people, which is great to see everybody. And there is a question coming on Instagram. Alrighty, so I don't see any questions on Facebook yet, but is there a group rate at the Westin for hotel rooms? Okay, so Instagram is asking me if there's a group rate for hotel rooms at the Westin. Why the Westin? And is there a group rate? Yes, there is a group rate. And we were originally supposed to be at a different hotel. Last week, our entire team had one giant conniption fit when the hotel said, guys, don't hate us. We know you booked with us a gabillion years ago, but we double booked and we can't honor what we were going to do for you. We can't host your conference. We said, what? They said, wait, we've already thought of a great alternative. Our sister property is the Philadelphia Westin, which is the former Ritz-Carlton. So it's also a beautiful property, and it's also run by the Rittenhouse. And they said, please forgive us. If you can switch your event there, we'll do a beautiful event for you, and we will reduce our group room rates by an additional $100 for your attendees. So we saw the ballroom. It's beautiful, filled with light. So I feel really good about this change. And like most things in life, you know, when things happen, very often it happens for a reason. I think we're going to have a wonderful event. And now we were able to save you an additional $100 on the group rate that we got. And we're only 3 blocks from Rittenhouse Square, which is where we were originally going to be. So it's going to be great. Take a look at that content, and there you go. Beaming because I love this. Oh, and there's a link on our website for reservations. Again, go to theinteriordesignadvocate.com, go to the events page, and then just scroll down and you'll see a link for that. And we also have links for other area branded hotels if you have, you know, points or things that you want to use, because it's a day-and-a-half conference. We are feeding you everything but dinner your first night in town, and then we disband on Sunday before lunch, but we're going to give you a pretty heavy morning snack. So there you go. All right, dolls, any questions? I'm happy to take them. If you have any project questions, things that you're struggling with, things that you're thinking about or toying with, happy to take those questions. And if not, we will wrap a little early today, and I'm going to go out on my deck and try to figure out what I need to try to not kill in my garden tomorrow when I'm out weeding and doing my thing. Guys, I do want to invite you to follow us on Instagram if you don't already follow us there. Yep, at decorating.genius. That's at decorating.genius, to follow us at on our Instagram. We post behind the scenes things there. On weekends, I post the craziness I'm getting into, the mischief I'm getting into in my garden. But during the week, I'm posting things about design and teaching you more about design and inspiring you more about design. So I think I'm getting a lot of waves on Instagram. I'm getting a lot of waves on Facebook. I don't see any questions coming in. Dewana Perkins is telling me that she keeps a tape measure in her car and her purse. Dewana, you are a Design Diva rock star. I love that. I'm getting hellos from Chicago. I'm getting lots of hellos from people. All right, hellos and waves back. Guys, it was great to see you. I'm going to wrap up. Oh, I promised you I would tell you what our topic is for next week, and let's have a vote. See which one you like best. The one we missed last week was going to be mindset hacks for designing a great home. So mindset hacks for designing a great home. We could do that next week, or we can do, that is a good one too, the design perils of downsizing. So you can either do with me next week, the design perils of downsizing, or mindset hacks for designing a great home. Let's take a vote. Just type in the question box. I see a question came in, so I will get to a question, but just tell us, what do you want us to do next week? Just write mindset hacks or design perils, which means perils of downsizing. So there you go. So while you're voting, I have a question that came in on Instagram. On Facebook. I have a question that came in on Facebook, so I'm going to get to that. Okay, Florence is saying, do you think an online education in interior design is of value? Okay, Florence, it's a great question. I teach online. I teach online courses at the Interior Design Advocate. Great courses on how to redo a room from scratch, how to facelift a room. We just did a course on how to be a window boss, do great window treatments. For working on your own home, I think it's a wonderful opportunity that we're offering. I really do. But do I think this is enough, or an online education is enough to run a thriving interior design company? I do not. I know interior design looks like a lot of fun. You know, you're working on your own and you have only yourself to answer to. But when you're working for clients, you are controlling budgets. Whether it's a $5,000 budget, a $500,000 budget, a $50,000 budget, or a $500 budget, you're working with someone else's money. People get pretty serious. Things don't go right. Things are going to kind of go off the rails for you as a professional pretty quickly. Designers get sued. They do. Designers get fired from jobs. It's not pleasant. Thank God it's never happened to our company. We have excellent systems. We have well-trained team and staff. So here's what I'm going to say to you, Florence. I want you to think about what kind of practice you want to create. I'd love for you to take some of our courses to see if indeed this is something you would want to pursue, because I think taking our courses, you can get a great idea about what's involved. But then from there, if you are serious about opening an interior design practice, Florence, I want to encourage you to do any of the following. Go back and get a 4-year post-baccalaureate degree or a 2-year post-baccalaureate degree, or get into a really good certification program, year at least kind of program that's going to just put you through a intense design immersion. What you won't learn in those programs is the business of running a design business, and it is complicated. The type of staffing you need, the type of in-office bodies you need, the type of virtual bodies you need. I've been asked if I would do training for designers. I feel that there are enough coaches that are working with designers, teaching them how to run design businesses. I've thought about doing things for newbie designers, how to get to that first $500,000 in sales in your company. But I'm not sure that I don't have the bandwidth to do it right now, I'll be honest with you. And I'm not sure that people would invest in that. I think newbie designers are struggling to get it all going, that I don't know that they would invest in themselves for that type of training. So that's why I haven't done it. But I've even thought about doing some private small group coaching for newbie designers. So Florence, you know, if you wanted to be put on a list here at the Interior Design Advocate in case we do start to pursue some small group coaching for people who want to get into the design industry, kind of roundtables with me, what's involved, help me point you in the right direction. you know, contact customer service at the Interior Design Advocate. I'm sort of making this up as I'm talking you right now. That's the beauty of being the queen of your own company. You can just make a decision. So reach out to us if you'd like to be kept abreast in case we do something. And Florence, I hope you'll come to the Design Diva conference. That's going to be a pretty intense and amazing immersion, and it'll fill out and inform your thinking about being a designer, I think, pretty well. Okay, so I hope I answered you well. Okay, 2 more Facebook questions. Here we go. Steve, are we getting any votes for next week? Do we know what we're talking about next week? Mindset Hacks wins by a 2-to-1 margin. Ruth Darling voted for both. Oh, Ruth is cute. All righty. So, okay, next week we'll be doing Mindset Hacks. Sounds good. I don't know why my computer's sticking so badly here. I have to reboot, do a little reboot. Okay, so I'm looking for my Facebook questions. Here we go. Okay, Diane wants to know, I'm always stymied by draperies and curtains. To have a beautiful room, what else can you do? I mean, without doing draperies or curtains? Well, Diane, there are wonderful, other types of window coverings. They're beautiful shades that are available. I mean, there are shades that are semi-custom, and they have come such a long way. Some of them look like a beautiful Dupioni silk. Well, I don't know what your design style are. There are beautiful matchstick, woven wood blinds. There are some that look like slubby, cotton woven, really cool linen types of products. So I think that's something you can do if for budget purposes you don't want drapes. If your design aesthetic, your design fingerprint as well, which is different than your design aesthetic, something I teach about in the Decorating Genius courses, how to find your design fingerprint, what makes you tick in design. You might need, Diane, a very undertreated or untreated window or barely treated window. In fact, what I'd love for you to do, Diane, I want you to look at all your inspiration images right now that you have in your portfolio, your house book, inspiration book, or your Pinterest boards. And I want you to just notice, how do I like my windows treated? And just see what you see there. Now, if you're saying, I like my windows treated, I just don't have the budget to do it right now, then think long-term, start a savings account now to do something on that window you'll want to do, and do it in phases. Maybe right now you'll add a very simple but pretty shade, handsome shade, and one day you'll layer a simple drapery panel to that. I do want you to know that we are going to be bringing our Window Boss course back later this year. So if you can hang on till the fall, the autumn, you could get in on that as well, and we can educate you on all that is involved to make great planning and selection decisions for gorgeous results in your room. But more on that later. Okay, other questions. Rosie is saying, I just moved into a 1900s bungalow. Ooh, that sounds yummy, Rosie. And it's 860 square feet. I want to use my living room as my dining room. I want to use my living room as my dining room. Will that look bad? Not necessarily, Rosie. Here's the story. People are repurposing rooms constantly. People are taking dining rooms and turning them into other things, living rooms and turning them into other things. You can do it. The whole thing about the living room, I want to make sure I'm getting this right. You want to make the living room your dining room. Generally speaking, when an architect is putting together a home, they put the dining room right next to the kitchen, so the food is quickly and easily transported from place to place in the shortest distance. Remember, in design, guys, it's function first. Function comes before beauty, right? It's how will the space support you in operating, right? So that's why your home is set up the way it is right now. But if you don't mind the longer journey to get that food, out there to the dining room, by going across to your former living room, go for it. I don't see a problem. Make it beautiful, and then it won't look silly or bad. Okay, comment for Gigi Lambert. Gigi's on Instagram. She's saying to you, Rosie, do it. She's going to be doing something similar. So you're getting a thumbs up from an Instagrammer to do that. All righty. I think that's everything I have question-wise. Okay, questions going once, going twice, going 3 times. Next week, by your vote, we are talking about mindset hacks. Mindset hacks to help you design a great home, okay? I like it. I like it. All right, guys, I don't see any other questions coming in. Oh, Facebook, what are you doing to me? Are there other questions? Nope, getting thank yous. Okay, good. All right, guys, I will see you next week, 4 p.m., talking about mindset hacks. Check out that Forbes article. We were thrilled to see it, and definitely check out the Design Diva conference. That is going to be an amazing feat for sure, and there's nothing else like it. So I hope I get to see you there and hug you in person there. Okay, lovelies, see you next week. Have a great 4th of July. Bye-bye.